the proceedings. Thank you. We've got no apologies. We're all here. We do have a speaker in the public forum. We've got Jordan Williams from the Taxpayers Union. Welcome, Jordan. If you'd like to come up to the table here, and you've got up to 5 minutes, and just make sure that you press the blue button on the microphone.
Thank you, Mary. Commissioner. It is with so my name is Jordan Williams and I'm the Executive Director of the Taxpayers Union. With me I have my colleague Kim Williams, who's one of the spokespeople for our sister organisation here in Tauranga, who have kindly asked me to Tauranga today to witness and note with some sadness what is happening in this community. We can all hear the protests going on outside, and that, though, is unfortunately where the democracy is parked at the moment. It's not in here. The commissioners have certainly around the billboards around the town as you come into the city say that the council is listening, but the message from the hundreds of people that have turned out in the pouring rain today would certainly suggest otherwise. So I understand that 356 submissions were made on behalf of from members and supporters of the Tauranga Ratepayers Alliance. I understand that's actually a majority of the public submissions, and it would appear that the council commissioners, far from listening, have in fact doubled down. Most of those submissions, reading through them, point out what can only be called the elephants in the room, or some of the fictions, that the claims that Tauranga has poor infrastructure because rates are already low, according to analysis from the Taxpayers Union, is totally incorrect. And the most widely accepted measure for that, which is used in the Ratepayers report, show that Tauranga is already among the highest in the country. But we've also been through the long-term plans of every council that are doing their LTPs this year, and it would suggest that at the end of the period of this LTP, Tauranga will have by far and away the highest rates in New Zealand. And I know that another one of the claims from the council was that this is about improved amenities and not about growth, but of course our members have noted the frankly disgraceful attempted interference by one of the commissioners to merge the level of service and growth classifications in one of the infographics in the consultation material. Similarly, the much used $1 per day claim was frankly sneaky for the council to use that, referring only to general rates and not to targeted rates and fees. And the thing is that is why hundreds of people are willing to turn out on a rainy day and protest what is going on today. There's also the debt monster that is in and around its presence today. And that is, right now, per ratepayer, your borrowing of this council is about $11,000 per household, and that will be your $1.7 billion will be going up to higher than $30,000 per household. That takes you in the realm of Auckland, and it takes you in the realm of Christchurch. As far as I'm aware, Tauranga haven't had the level of natural disaster that Christchurch has, and you haven't had a Len Brown and Phil Goff. So I don't quite know how you get into such a bad situation, both in terms of high rates and the high debt. But fundamentally, the people downstairs and protesting outside the council chamber today, they want their city back. We want democracy back, because whatever your views on the council, and I understand there's a lot of council-funded groups out there in the media attacking our organisation because it has a couple of former elected members. But we've never said democracy picks the best people, but we'd much rather incompetent, democratically elected politicians that we can kick out than incompetent, unaccountable people that won't even front to a protest of hundreds of people directly outside the council chamber today. So I leave with this, is that if elections are not held next year, this is only the beginning. This movement will get larger, and we will be back, and there will continue to be protests, and we will unashamedly hold you to account for this takeover of Tauranga City, because the people that pay the bills should be having a say in elections and be able to hold the city's decision makers to account.
Thank you, Jordan.